Hello, welcome to Easton News. This is Priscilla Almquist-Olson, and today is Friday, November 18th, 2022. Easton Town Offices will be closed today, Friday, November 18th, 2022, so that employees can participate in a safety training. Offices will resume normal hours on Monday, November 21st, and will be open from 8:30 to 7:30 p.m. The town intends on redeveloping Swifts Park into a memorial park honoring first responders and victims of the 1918 flu pandemic and the 2020 to 21 COVID-19 pandemic, as well as memorializing the district's industrial past, and is seeking the services of a design consultant, associated design, construction, and bid documents. Contact Stephanie Danielson, sdanielson at easton.ma.us for a copy of the request for proposal and associated documents. Proposals are due no later than 10:30 a.m. on November 30th, 2022. The town of Easton is seeking bids for the tenancy and agricultural use of Tufts Farm, 108 Canton Street, Easton. For full RFP, go to easton.ma.us, select businesses, request for proposals, and bids. Public bid opening will be on Monday, November 21st, 2022 at 12 p.m. To request an application or to make an inquiry, please email Jennifer Carlino at Carlino, that's ICARLINO, at easton.ma.us. The Easton Water Division has installed a self-service water filling station to provide water with levels of PFAS-6 below 20 Ng/L to those in sensitive subgroups, pregnant or nursing women, for example, infants, and people diagnosed by their healthcare provider to have a compromised immune system, and other concerned residents. The filtration station is located on the side of the Water Division building at 417 Bay Road. The station can fill water containers up to 5 gallons. The Are You OK? Free telephone calling service provides peace of mind for both the individual and their family. The program provides reliable daily phone assurance and the security a person may need to maintain his or her independence. The program is designed for seniors, disabled persons, and shut-ins living in Bristol County. The Bristol County Sheriff's Department will make a telephone call to an individual's home at approximately the same time each day. If no one answers, the Sheriff's Department will call back shortly. If no one answers the second time, the police department will be called immediately to check on the individual's status. Enroll at the following phone number: 508-994-8932, or toll-free 888-809-8932. That's 888-809-8932. Hunting season reminder: deer hunting, October 3rd through December 31st, and fall turkey, October 3rd through November 26th. Hunting seasons are underway. Hunting is allowed on Conservation Commission properties with all applicable licenses and in accordance with all laws. Please take all necessary precautions while enjoying conservation property, such as wearing brightly colored hats and clothing if you are walking. If you are walking, or you're hiking, or you're biking on conservation properties. Pets should also be leashed at all times in accordance with the town's leash law, Chapter 104-7. Hunting is allowed from 1/2 hour before sunrise to 1/2 hour after sunset. Hunting is not allowed on Sundays. For more information on hunting, visit the Mass Division of Fisheries and Wildlife website, https://www.mass.gov/hunting-regulations. Did we all have that? Tom Rush will be performing at Oaks Ames Memorial Hall on December 2nd. A limited number of VIP tickets are available to meet Tom Rush in a more intimate setting prior to the show. Enjoy complimentary appetizers, champagne, and reserved front row concert seating for the VIP tickets. Masks are required for the reception and will be provided. Tickets to the concert include complimentary food trays. A cash bar will be available. Check out oaksameshall.org for more information. Oaks Ames Memorial Hall President Fred Ames sat down with Tom and talked about his upcoming performance and his career while in Plymouth. So let's take a look.
Well, it's gonna get hot tonight. Moon is shining bright.
Hello, this is Tom Rush. He will be playing at the Hall December 2nd, Friday. And I'm Fred Ames. I'm with the Oaks Ames Hall. And Tom, we're very much looking forward to you coming back to the Hall. This will be your third time.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and Andrea, I think she said the last time was about 7 years ago. And I know you came, I think, in the early 2000s, whatever they call it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was our first time doing it, and you were one of our first acts. And I remember afterwards you kind of took me aside, and your concern was, how is anybody going to get down that fire escape with all those tables there?
Right.
And you pointed out a few other things. So you were very instrumental, if you will, in our learning curve to put on these performances. So I just want to tell you, everything you've recommended has been done.
Good.
So this is going to be a fundraiser. We've been closed for 9 months, which we had some truss repairs that had to be done, and if they hadn't, the roof was going to fall in. So that has just been finished. So you decided that you should be the opening act to commemorate.
I'm honored.
Oh yeah. Well, we're very glad. We're very glad. You know, you've sold out every time, and we're certain that will happen.
Me a sellout? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you know, I've thought about that. Should I ask you? But well, I don't know who you sold out to. Tom Rush, I guess, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. I just want to let some people know about your career, and you started back in the early '60s. You knew at that point Joni Mitchell, Jackson Browne, and I think did you write a couple of songs for Joni Mitchell? Do I have that?
No.
Oh.
She wrote a couple that I was the first to record.
Oh, yeah, Circle.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm calling this 2022 my 60th year on stage because my first album came out in '62.
That's incredible. Yeah.
And I'd been playing for 1 or 2 days before my first album came out.
Right.
But that's when I start the clock. So
you're professional.
This is my 60th year on stage.
Well, that's incredible. And also, people who want to do a little Googling a Tom song. There's a song that I always liked, and I think the last time you did it, I came up and spoke to you about it. It was really, you could hear a pin drop, in the room when you did it, and that was No Regrets. And I'm sure everybody says it's an incredibly poignant song, and I hope you'll be playing it on Friday.
I will make a plan to do that.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, and also the other thing about your concerts is you have such a nice patter in between. You're a great raconteur. And it's really nice. It gives a very good feeling to the concert, And
one of the things I learned early on was that if people like you, they're much more apt to like the song you're about to play.
Yes.
So
yes.
I would, for me, the songs are stories.
Yeah.
So I would, I'd start telling a story about the song. This is a song I'm about to do, and here's where it came from, and blah, blah. Or just totally unrelated stories. And it strikes me as odd, but I get requests now for the stories.
Oh, I've got one. You and Jackson Browne under the table and you hadn't seen each other in months, and he asked you about a certain individual.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
God, and it's really typical. That's how it goes, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you got many more, but I can say they're very good stories.
I'm going to tell folks, come see me at tomrush.com.
Yeah.
And there's actually, if you click on shows, there'll be a drop-down menu with all the upcoming shows, including the one we're talking about,
yeah.
and there'll be a link straight to the ticket page.
Great. Yep. No, and we were all set up on our page to just, go right in, buy your tickets. It's very, very easy to do. I want to say a word though about the Spire Center too. This place,
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with it, and recommend that people come and check it out. I mean, I really like it.
It's a great room.
It's a little bigger than the hall. We're about 200 and something. They're like 250,
Including the balcony.
But I've looked around and they've had some. I would like to, have Peter Wolf come to the hall sometimes.
Yeah.
But so anyway, what was the about your music? I mean, what was the first song you played or the first song you learned, and why?
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
what type was it? Was it a pure folk?
That's going to go way back.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, there was an opera singer, a black opera singer named Paul Robeson.
Oh yeah.
Baritone.
Yes.
And I just loved Paul Robeson.
He did Old Man River, right?
Yeah. And among others. And
Sure.
For a little while, I wanted to be Paul Robeson, but my voice hadn't changed yet. So
I don't think you've gotten there yet.
I was
right?
still an alto.
Okay.
I couldn't do baritone. And then Josh White, I encountered Josh White. I'd learned to play the guitar a little bit at this point, but I was playing mainly trying to learn the rock and roll songs, because this was the late 50s when Elvis and Fats Domino and the
Everly Brothers.
and all those folks were huge. And so I was working on those songs, and on a trip across the country with my parents, I remember I was 16. I remember because they let me drive for the first 2,000 miles. And I finally realized I was being had.
The thrill wore off, right?
It's like, yeah. But we stopped in Wyoming, and the people that we were staying with had some Josh White recordings. And I was just knocked off my sock. It just knocked my socks off.
Yeah.
Because I'd never heard songs like that. I'd never heard a guitar played like that.
Okay.
So then I wanted to be Josh White, which also didn't work out all that well. But
well, I read an interview, of you, and your style really was a mixture of those different genres, right? You took a little from each, and that really gave you your own distinct style.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what's that?
a very versatile thief.
Oh, well, isn't that what music is? Everybody steals from everybody.
It was actually, I really got into it when I was a student at Harvard. And there was a folk scene going on that was just amazing.
Yes.
And one place in particular called the Club 47 that brought in the legends. And they would also host the young kids, myself included. But
oh, really?
you
Okay.
could go and you could hear the Carter family.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, Flat and Scruggs and Bill Monroe and a lot of the old blues guys. Most of my contemporaries in town were kind of musical specialists. There were people who did nothing but Woody Guthrie songs, and people who did nothing but Delta blues. And I was the generalist.
Yes.
Because I would pick, I like that song over here, but I like this one over there, and I would
Put them together.
put them together in a show, and it helped keep me awake. And I think the audience
Keep you
engaged, because the next song is not going to be like the one you just heard.
Yeah. So it's like New England weather. If you don't like it, just wait. It's going to change, right? Yeah. No, that is a good scene, and I think Club 47 is still open, and it's not.
No.
What's the one with the long tables, and everybody sits at long tables?
Well, I think the club you're thinking about is called Passim.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
Club Passim, but they are actually genetically unrelated.
Okay.
Club 47 closed, and the room was dark for a couple of years. It was Dukakis campaign headquarters
Okay.
for a couple of minutes. And then Bob and Rayanne Donlin came in and opened the Club Passim, and they would actually get very annoyed if people coming down the steps would say, "Is this the Club 47?" They'd say, "No."
Yeah. No, that was
Passim. And I'm sticky about that because I now own the name Club 47.
Oh, really?
And I do concerts under that name.
Are you kidding?
Well,
I didn't know that.
I put together a couple of well-known artists,
Yeah.
or established artists, and a couple of newcomers
Mm-hmm.
that are musically compatible, and then I coerce them into playing with one another.
I think you're good at that. Yeah.
Not just doing their own, their own set.
Sure.
And they're a lot of fun.
Easy to remember.
Matt,
Okay.
Matt Nakoa, check him out. Matt, Nakoa.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
And he's a monster talent, and I've been blessed, but having him as my backup guy for about 8 years now.
Yeah. All right.
But he's got his own career going, and I'm not going to have him forever because he's going to be a superstar. And I'm hoping when he's playing stadiums, he lets me open the shows.
Well, I loved your comment about here I am, paying this guy to upstage me.
Yeah, what's wrong with me? No, he'll be doing a couple of songs on his own during the course of the evening.
Okay.
And the audience is just loving him to bits.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And also we've got a nice 1937 Steinway. We keep it tuned, and we'll tune it the day of.
Very cool.
And I think he's going to like it. It's a nice. We're very proud of it. So it's got a good sound to it.
He will love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's about it. And again, we are very pleased and honored to have you back.
Well, it's an honor to be opening the hall again after some downtime.
Yes, and fundraiser, because in about 2 years we're going to try to raise a substantial amount of money to do a complete interior and updating of the hall. You put in elevators, central air conditioning, sort of do the first real modernization since 1881. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. So
Quite a project.
yeah, so this is good. This is really sort of a kickoff to that whole process. So,
Well, I'm honored to be involved in this.
well, thank you. It's good and look forward to seeing you soon. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Okay.
The Richard Tucker Memorial Fund is holding its annual Christmas walkthrough on December 1st through December 24th from 4:30 to 8:30 each day, weather permitting. This year, the walkthrough is just over 1/4 of a mile of Christmas decorations, hundreds of thousands of lights, dozens of trees, and over 200 blow-ups. The Richard Tucker Memorial Fund was started by Gold Star mom Karen Tucker. Her son, Richard, joined the Navy in 1995 and served almost 20 years. During his active time in the service, he was deployed to Iraq twice and Afghanistan twice. He built schools, airstrips, water wells, and other structures. He was within a day of returning when he died. To honor his memory, the family founded the Richard Tucker Memorial Fund, Inc. They are a nonprofit that helps first responders and veterans. They send care boxes to troops abroad, help financially support our local firefighters and police organizations, and donate support items such as homemade blankets, scarves, hats, and cookies to patients in the VA hospitals and their families staying in the Fisher House in Boston. Join the Children's Museum in Easton every Friday from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. for STREAM, STREAM, ahead, Stream Ahead. The R is for reading, incorporating literacy into programming, promotes critical thinking and creativity. Join the Children's Museum for story time, followed by an inspiring activity. Stream Ahead is free with admission or with a Children's Museum in Easton membership. Matt, the animal guy from Animal World Experiences, will be at Maplewood Day Camp and Enrichment Center Monday, November 21st, and Wednesday, November 23rd. Take a quick look at Matt, the animal guy's performance at Maplewood on November 16th here.
And what's his name? His name is Boo. I need to have his claws sharp so I can do that.
Let Sonic come visit us. My kids have never wanted to touch animals.
He's kind of rubbery.
On November 24th at 8 a.m., Oliver Ames Cross Country will be having their 28th annual Tiger Turkey Chase at Richardson Olmsted School. Located on 101 Lothrop Street in North Easton, all proceeds benefit the Oliver Ames Cross Country program. And for more information and to register, go to oaxaca.net/tiger-turkey-chase. I'll repeat that. oaxaca.net/tiger-turkey-chase. The Beanery on Washington Street has a giving wall where they encourage the community to assist senior citizens who are isolated and have limited means. The giving wall works by individuals picking out a heart with gift information for a senior citizen in need, buying the gifts listed on the heart, and bringing them back to the Beanery in an unwrapped gift bag. The deadline for gifts to be in is December 1st. The Knights of Columbus are holding a Give Thanks Fest on November 19th from 12 to 4 p.m. Get a head start on your shopping and browse through various crafters and vendors. They will have a scavenger hunt and raffle. Proceeds from the raffle will benefit Hockey Fights Cancer. The Oliver Ames High School Field Hockey Boosters meeting will be December 8th at 6 p.m. in the Athletic Directors Conference Room. The meeting includes voting for new offices for next year. If you are interested in running for office or voting, please attend that meeting. Holy Trinity Lutheran Church at 143 Lincoln Street in Easton invites the community to join them on Monday, November 21st at 7 p.m. as they affirm all people while remembering transgender people, gender variant individuals, and those perceived to be transgender who have been victims of hate crimes during the last year. This annual national service will include a reading of names, guest speakers sharing their stories, and contemplative music. A reception will follow. The memorial service is sponsored by Holy Trinity, Easton's Human Rights Committee, and Raising Multicultural Kids. The special guest speaker is Esme Silverman, a recent graduate of Oliver Ames High School. That is Monday, November 21st at 7 p.m. at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. Distributions for the Easton Food Pantry are at the rear of the Fellowship Church, 604 Foundry Street, South Easton, on Mondays from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please see their website for more information at eastonfoodpantry.org. This Friday, November 14th, it's Easton in the evening from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Join in for some holiday shopping and festivities. This event is like a pub crawl, but a crawl for vintage, consignment, resale, and specialty shopping. Get your holiday shopping done at over 9 participating small businesses in and around Easton. We visited some locations to hear what they have to offer and about the event. Let's take a look.
Hi there, my name's Kayleen. I'm here at Simpson Spring with our friend Irene from the Island Creamery. She specializes in making small batch ice cream with Asian-inspired flavors such as purple ube and hot chocolate cookie butter. Irene will be here on Friday the 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. sampling these 2 flavors along with 12 others. So come on down to 719 Washington Street, Southeastern Mass. It's a long road down, but then you can't miss us.
it's Michelle from Paint Rust and Pixie Dust. We want to let you know that we'll be participating in the Easton in the Evening this Friday night. The store will be open 10:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. We'll have refreshments, door prizes. Fall and Thanksgiving will be 30% off. And as you can see, our Christmas is out and ready for you to decorate. Stop in and see us.
It's exciting every single day as I'm having the classes in here. Just walk around the table and realize, oh my God, I have all this space to work in and I can see my stuff. But so this studio and the store is still very much a work in progress. My oldest daughter, she's 28, she painted only that, and they were here all day. It was just the top half of the door because she was afraid of making a mistake. She was afraid of doing it wrong, and there is no wrong when you're making something, when you're being creative. My mother was the same way. The sign behind you that holds paint, the background of it is multicolored, and I wanted her just to paint the background multicolored. And she was, how do I do that? And I stopped and I realized too that a pristine, don't touch anything feel craft studio would be intimidating to the person who feels they are not crafty at all. And I happen to think that there's creativity in everything, even accounting, and I hate accounting, like I don't math anything. But there's creativity in how we handle situations, how we the airs that we might put on or not put on or whatever. But there's creativity in everything, so I think everybody is creative, which means we can have, I want people to come in for a class that is structured where if they feel they need to be told specifically what to do, they can be, or they can come in and be told, okay, we're playing with beads today, have at it, and there'll be a pile in, and if they need extra help, they can get it because I'm here or one of my crafters will be here. Even the jobs that I've hated, every job that I've had, I've picked up something that's sort of helped me decide more of what I want or how I like to work. Because of my life experiences, when you stop regretting what could have been if you started something sooner, or even being resentful of what could have been because you started something sooner, now I am fully appreciating everything that I can do at the moment and knowing that I am the last word.
Thank you for watching. This has been Priscilla Almquist-Olsen for the Easton News.